All right, here is something. I normally do not watch Fox News. Man, if you want to know what's going on in the world, especially in politics, please do not watch Fox News. But sometimes I get curious and I tune into Fox News just to see what they're saying about this or that. It's almost 11. What the heck is today? Wednesday? Thursday. Thursday, a couple of days after the election. They're on commercials now. They're showing commercials, but this woman named Laura Ingraham, she said, and before she went to commercial, she said she's going to talk about how the pollsters, the people who do the pollings, the pollsters, like Fox News, they have their own, their own polls, and CNN, and a lot of people do pollings. Ingram, to me, that's what it sounded like to me, is blaming the pollsters for the potential loss of Donald Trump. She's expecting Trump to lose, I guess, and it looks like he's going to lose. But it caught my attention that she said that when she comes back from commercials, she's going to talk about how the pollsters might have affected the election. There she is.
Nothing between 2016 and 2020, but then again, maybe they're just not interested in projecting elections, but effecting them. Joining me now is Robert Cahaly. He's the chief pollster for Trafalgar. Robert, you say the pollsters have basically just given up on their true mission. Why is that?
I guess if you mean their true mission is to actually give a snapshot of the electorate, yes, they've given up on that mission. But I don't think they're giving up on their new mission just yet.
What's the new mission?
The new mission seems to be to try to affect the entire election from the beginning of the summer, when so many of these crazy Senate race polls showed them all tight and enabled all this corporate money to flow in the doors. There were so many undecideds, or would have naturally been at that point in the election. These were unreasonable polls, but they were literally designed to drive donations so that these war chests would be very big. I mean, the people who ought to be most upset ought to be the donors who gave all those money to races that were unwinnable.
Oh, and the people who shoveled all the money to the Lincoln Project, those guys are just raking in money, buying vacation houses, whatever they're doing. Robert, and if you were told over the summer that Trump's party would gain House seats and hold the Senate, what would you have projected the election results to have been on the presidential level?
I would have told you that means he's going to win big. And if I'd have told people that that's what's going to happen, I'd have been ridiculed just as much as when I said there were shy Trump voters and corruption in Philadelphia.
I mean, how does Trump lose when the House races and the Senate races came out as they did? I mean, it's a question that was just raised by Kevin McCarthy. Monmouth University pollster Patrick Murray found a really pathetic excuse for shoddy polling. He told the Times it's possible that Republicans' efforts to prevent certain populations from voting easily had a sizable impact, a factor that pollsters knew would be immeasurable in their surveys. We'll never know how many ballots were not delivered by the post office. Robert, what about that?
So wait a minute. So QAnon is mainstream, but this isn't a bridge too far? I mean, come on. First of all, I cannot even conceive a conspiracy with the post office. And if there was one, do you think it'd be to help the Republicans?
Robert, really quick, on the African-American minority vote, you believe that the exit polling is not an accurate reflection. 15 seconds, why?
Because if you won't tell the truth on the phone, you're never going to tell the truth to some kid with an iPad or a notepad. It's not reasonable. Shy voters are shy for a reason. They're certainly not going to face the ridicule for saying it to a person standing in front of them.
You actually thought it could be as high as 20% support. Robert, thank you so much. Up next, Anderson Cooper shows us his true colors.